Hi, I'm BJ Garrett, Executive Director for CARE, Christ-Centered Abortion Recovery and Education. Our mission here at CARE is to restore lives wounded by abortion and to educate the community of its consequences. I know if you're watching this video, you may be terrified. You may not know what to do or why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Just the thought of even clicking subscribe or like or following us on Facebook or social media may terrify you because you don't want anyone to even think, because you like this ministry, that you maybe had an abortion. I want to let you know that you are not alone. I remember how scared I was when I first learned about this ministry. In one way, I was excited because I knew that maybe there was some help for me. But in other ways, I was terrified because if anyone ever saw me talking to this ministry and to any of the representatives, then people would know what I had done. I want you to know with all of my heart that you are not alone. I know what it's like to sit in a church pew week after week with the burden and the shame and the guilt of hiding my abortion secrets. You think you're alone, but I promise you, you are not. First off, there are literally millions of men and women hurting just like you. But more importantly, there is a ministry, CARE, that is here to help you. And maybe you don't even realize or know that you need help. You're not even sure how this ministry can help you. I want to let you know that I get it. And I know that if you will just give us a call and let us have this conversation, it'll be one-on-one. It'll be just you and I having this conversation, and we're going to talk about your experience. It's a safe place. It's very confidential. No one will know that you called. It will be very, very private. And we're going to decide what format is best for you. I'm going to highly recommend our 3-day study. It's the very, very best. It's hard, it's intense, but it works. It changed my life. You're going to come on Friday and you're going to be with other women who have all hurt from abortion. Or if you're a man, you're going to be with other men who have also been hurt by abortion. And we're going to just dive in and we're going to just relate with each other. We're going to share our stories. And I know that's scary and you don't maybe want anyone to know your story, but that's part of the healing. You know, our abortions look a lot like this rock. These rocks are heavy. They're very heavy. And there's some really dark, ugly places in these rocks. There's sharp edges. There's veins that crisscross. It's dirty. And then there's some areas that are a little bit smoother. And what we do when we have these abortions is we get these nice little coverings and we shove our abortions deep down, and we hide them from ourselves, from the ones that we love, from our pastors and our Sunday school teachers and our children and our husbands. But yet we wear them almost like a badge. And that burden is weighing us down. And it stays there. And what I want to help you do through the ministry of CARE is I want to help you take off that burden, to release that heavy weight that you're carrying around, and you may not even realize that you're carrying it, but I promise you it is there. If you've chosen abortion, that burden is there. And through this ministry, we can help you to not forget. There's no forgetting. But we can help you to not hurt the way you're hurting every day while you're thinking about your unborn child that isn't here today because of your choice. A couple of things I want to point out that we're going to talk about in the class that you're going to attend when you finally say yes, is I want to talk about what forgiveness is not. Because a big piece of the element that you're going to need to process through is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not making allowances. It's not excusing a wrong. It doesn't mean you're letting the other person off the hook. It doesn't mean that you condone what the other person did or that you have to trust that person again. Forgiveness is not forgetting an injustice. If an offense is serious enough to need forgiveness, it is too serious to forget. I'm never going to ask you to forget your abortion experience or the things that led up to that. But I am going to help you to process through forgiving those associated with your abortion experience, including yourself. Forgiveness is not an open door for more wrongdoing. It is not a resolution. It's not getting things back the way they were before. Forgiveness isn't reconciliation. Reconciliation requires genuine repentance on the part of the person who was wrong. But here's the good stuff. What forgiveness is a choice, not an emotion. It is about getting your heart right with God. It is foremost about your relationship with God. We forgive because God has forgiven us. Forgiveness is breaking the power of pain, anger, and hatred. Forgiveness not only expresses the power I have to forgive, it breaks the power of the wrongdoer over me. When we've worked through the hurt and the anger and made the choice to forgive, in essence, I'm saying, I release you from your guilt in relation to me. I will no longer be manipulated by the memory of this or the emotions it evokes. Forgiveness frees you from a lifetime of bondage to a bitter and hardened heart. That's applicable even to yourself. Oftentimes, the hardest person to forgive in an abortion experience is us, the one that chose abortion. We know what we did, and we're angry at ourselves for believing the lies and for going through the act of abortion. And we hold this unforgiveness for ourselves. Well, my friend, I'm going to promise you that you are not intended to carry that burden. One more thing that forgiveness is an act of grace. It's the one act that we can perform that mirrors the character of God. When we extend His grace to another human being, we are acting as God's conduit to a wounded world. A friend may in time earn back my trust, but she cannot earn my forgiveness. I must forgive willingly and freely. Again, I just want to wrap this back up in reference to your abortion experience. And maybe you're holding anger to the woman who aborted your child or to the father of the child that you desperately wanted, but he didn't, and so you chose abortion. Or maybe like me from my second abortion, you were just in a sad, sad place, selfish, and there was no other option that you could rationally consider other than abortion. Again, my friend, you are not alone. Whatever reason that you chose abortion, we are here to help you walk through the journey of healing. Please check out our website at careabortionrecovery.com or give us a call at 903-944-7852. And I personally would love to visit with you on how we can help facilitate your healing journey and walk along beside you as you work through the hurt and the grief of your abortion experience.